this video, I will show that this alternating series converges by the alternating series test, and that it converges to 3 minus 7 times the natural log of 2. So let a sub n be the expression n plus 4 over n squared plus n, and a sub n plus 1 will be n plus 5 over n squared plus 3n plus 2. And then, so first we'll show that the limit of a sub n as n approaches infinity is equal to 0. So here's a sub n, and then we just divide each term by n squared. Then we get 1 over n, 4 over n squared, and then 1 plus 1 over n. And then we can see that as n approaches infinity, each term up here in the numerator here will approach 0, and then 1 over n approaches 0 also, and so we get 0. And then the next thing we need to show is that a sub n plus 1 is less than a sub n for all n. And so one way that we can do show that a sub n plus 1 is less than a sub n is by forming the corresponding continuous function. So let's let f of x be x plus 4 over x squared plus x. And then the derivative will be x squared plus x, and then times the derivative of x plus 4, which is 1, and then minus x plus 4, and then times the derivative of x squared plus x, which is 2x plus 1, and then dividing by the square of the denominator, the square of the denominator. And then simplify the numerator here, we get negative x squared minus 8x minus 4. And then we can see that the bottom here, since it's squared, and so the bottom is always going to be positive, and then the top here is always going to be negative, since x is greater than or equal to 1. And so we have negative divided by positive, which is negative, and therefore this expression right here is always going to be less than 0 for x greater than or equal to 1. And so we have shown that the derivative is less than 0, or the derivative is negative. And so what that means is that this function here, the function x plus 4 over x squared plus x, is a decreasing function. And therefore a sub n plus 1 will be less than a sub n for n starting at 1. And so, therefore, we have just shown that the series with the expression n negative 1 to the n times n plus 4 over n squared plus n converges by the alternating series test. And now let's show that the series converges to 3 minus 7 times natural log of 2. And so the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to use partial fraction decomposition and decompose the expression n plus 4 over n squared plus n. And so n squared plus n, we can rewrite it as n times n plus 1. And then we can rewrite this as some constant a over n plus some constant b over n plus 1. Cross multiply, we get a times n plus 1 and b times n, and then over the product of n and n plus 1. From here we can see that n plus 4 is equal to a times n plus 1 plus b times n. And so here we get simplify, we get a plus b times n, and then plus a. The coefficient of n is 1, and so a plus b has to equal to 1. And then the constant a the constant a here has to equal to 4. And therefore b has to be negative 3. So n plus 4 over n squared plus n is the same as 4 over n minus 3 over n plus 1. And so here's our original series again. Now we can rewrite it as the series with the expression negative 1 to the n times 4 over n minus 3 over n plus 1. And then here are the first 8 terms. This is negative 4. And then the 3 halves plus 4 halves is 7 halves. Minus 3 over 3 plus minus 4 over 3 would be minus 7 over 3. 3 over 4 plus 4 over 4, then we get 7 over 4. And then similarly, we'll get minus 7 over 5 plus 7 over 6, and so on. And so this becomes negative 4, and then see here we can see the common factor of 7. So it'll be 7 times this infinite series starting with 1 half. And these two results are here. These are well known. And so the series with the expression negative 1 to the n over n is negative ln natural log of 2. And the series with the expression negative 1 to the n over n squared is negative pi squared over 12. So we use this one. So negative natural log of 2 is the same as negative 1 plus a half minus a third plus a fourth, and so on. Add 1 to both sides, we get negative natural log of 2 plus 1 is equal to the infinite series starting with 1 half, which is what we need right here. And therefore our original series with the expression negative 1 to the n times n plus 4 over n squared plus n will be negative 4 plus 7 times negative natural log of 2 plus 1. And then simplify everything, then we get 3 minus 7 times the natural log of 2. And that's the end of the video.